हाय हेलो नमस्कार। इस चैनल में आने के लिए आप सभी को फिर से आभार। आज हमारा क्लास 30 है, मतलब हमारे 30 वीडियोस कंप्लीट हो चुके हैं। 30 वीडियोस, 30 डिफरेंट टॉपिक्स आईटी रिलेटेड। सो दिस इज तो इन दिस वीडियो वी विल बी टॉकिंग अबाउट टेस्ट एनवायरनमेंट, बट टेस्ट एनवायरनमेंट in which we will be only talking in terms of IT, not like science test environment. We will be only talking about test environment in the area of IT. Okay. So what is it test environment? Why it is important? Why are we making a video on this test environment? That is what is relevant in this video. Okay. Before going to test environment, let us understand what is a production. Production in terms of IT. Production in IT means the infrastructure which is primarily used by employees and clients. For example, there is a company that there is a fleet of 20 computers. There are employees and there are client. Okay. So there are computers, servers, printer. So there are the primary things which is used by employees and clients for their day-to-day business. Like, so that is called as production. There is an infrastructure built, like there is servers, there are computers, there are printers. So that is the production in IT. Means from there the business originates, and from there the business takes place and the clients and employees communicate with each other. So if there is a problem with the production in IT, then the whole business will be hampered and we can incur financial loss if anything goes wrong with the production. फॉर एग्जाम्पल हम बैंक में जाते हैं, सपोज मान लो बैंक का सर्वर डाउन हो गया, तो बैंक का जो रियल टाइम ट्रांजैक्शंस होंगे, जो भी उसके डाटा होंगे, उस पर असर पड़ेगा. सो दैट इज अ प्रोडक्शन इन आईटी. नाउ व्हाट इज अ टेस्ट एनवायरनमेंट? टेस्ट एनवायरनमेंट इन आईटी मींस अ इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर which runs same configuration as production but is only used for testing purposes. Okay, so it is an identical copy of production, but there is no real transaction or any business taking place in test environment. It is a just carbon copy of the production, so that we can do test. For example, like in a company we want to update antivirus software, so we don't go to the main servers and the main machines used by employees and clients to install that antivirus. We first install everything in the test environment, because we can't afford to make mistakes in production, because if we make mistake it will cost us money for just one day. So if for one day only there is a network problem in a company, then it will cost them money. So that is why every updates, every new things are always tested in a test environment. Like if you want to update the software, if you want to update a new server, if you want to install some new kind of software, we test it in the test environment, because it is actually a carbon copy of production, but there is no real business transactions or anything going on in this test environment. Just imagine there are YouTube servers like this, and if they are out of function because of some malware, then how much it will cost the YouTube community. If there by any chance there is a glitch or any problem in the YouTube server due to some updates or antivirus, then it will cause the shutdown of the whole YouTube in the world. So that is why they also have test environment, which is actually the same servers, but there is no actual business going on and it is not catering to any service. So that is why test environment is necessary. It is actually an integral part of IT. We need a test environment in a small organization also, because we need to continuously upgrade things, but upgrade can cause sometimes business if the production is hampered. And there is a third thing called as secondary or standby machine, which is also as same as production but is only used when production is not able to work as intended. Okay, so for example, by any chance the production was affected, there was a malware which it was hacked basically, so we have to have a backup of our main production. So that is called secondary or standby machine. So if by any chance the production thing hampers or gets attacked by any virus, then we don't use test environment. We have a different environment called as secondary or standby machine to cater the business, because we can't afford to lose a single day of business. Because like I said, in YouTube, Google or technocrat companies, they can't just take down the servers for maintenance and repair it. They had to be a secondary or standby machine, so that even if by any chance the production get hampered, then it can be rerouted to secondary or standby machine. So there should be 3 layers of IT infrastructure. There should be 3 layers. So in any establishment, there should be 3 levels of IT infrastructure. First, production, which is the main lifeline of the business. Second, test environment, to test new features, to upgrade, to join any other new features, and a secondary or standby machine, just in case if the production fails or there is a virus attack or anything like that. So 3 things: production, test environment, secondary or standby machine. These 3 are the layers of IT infrastructure, and in every big company you will find these 3 layers, so that they both are interdependent, and even if one fails, there is a backup for second or third. Even there may be a third backup also, but usually there should be only a secondary at least, so that the functions don't go, the functions don't get hampered due to some virus attacks, for example. तो आज के लिए बस इतना ही. उम्मीद करता हूँ कि आपको वीडियो समझ में आया होगा. बस 3 चीजें हैं: प्रोडक्शन, टेस्ट एनवायरनमेंट और सेकेंडरी स्टैंडबाई मशीन. So these are the 3 layers of IT infrastructure. So in any company there will be these 3 layers. In a big company, in a small company, you can skip the test environment, but it is highly recommended that you divide your IT infrastructure into 3 layers, so that your business or your function can go smoothly as possible. तो उम्मीद करता हूँ कि आपको वीडियो पसंद आया होगा. तो ऐसे एक मजेदार टॉपिक के साथ हम अगले वीडियो में मिलेंगे. तब तक के लिए गुड बाय.